Well, Dave, we've got you back out in the cold and we won't keep you here for too long.
No problem.
But another really good result for the team. Top of the group, unbeaten in the competition and guaranteeing a home draw for the next leg. You must be really pleased with everything that's happened tonight.
Delighted to win the game. Delighted to get some minutes into some of the boys that have obviously needed it. That showed. It's not easy to make 11 changes and to be, to get that fluency and that quality that you'd like. But no, the lads went about it properly. It was a tough game. Newcastle played very well, but obviously to get the wins, very, very pleasing.
And like you said there, 11 changes. A lot of the time, teams can't afford to do that. And it really is a testament to the squad depth and the ability that you've got at the club that you can make 11 changes and still get the win.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we're delighted that we're in a position that allows us to do that. Obviously, the boys that played on Saturday put in a hell of a lot of effort, a lot of work. So to get the opportunity to rest them and obviously put 11 fresh bodies out there that did need game time was obviously very pleasing.
And one of the bodies that you did put out there tonight was forward Mark Cullen. Didn't stop running for the whole game. He works hard every match and he got not one but 2 goals for the side tonight and for his efforts. How pleased were you with how he performed?
Well, we're delighted that Mark got the 2 goals and very pleased with his performance. He's been, obviously a little bit unfortunate that he hasn't had more game time. But we know what Mark's capable of, and we always felt Mark would get goals for us. He's had to be patient. Obviously, that's not going to do him any harm this evening, and it lets them know, the Bennetts and the Popes that Cullen's, breathing down the neck still. So that's obviously encouraging.
And another player that will be breathing down players' necks will be Tom Conlon. Obviously, been out with his injury, long rehab, back in training, played the game tonight, 60 minutes. How good is it to see him and how he's feeling after how he's performed?
I'm sure Tom will be delighted to have got an hour under his belt there this evening. We're delighted that he's back in and around the group training, and obviously he's got some game time there, and he can be very pleased with how he's gone about his football tonight. He's a big player for us, Tom. He's important to us, and we're just delighted that he looks like he's back on his way to full fitness.
And lastly, on the team for the night, Madison made his debut tonight. And he made a number of really good saves, a few one-on-ones. Again, obviously, out there here to try and prove a point. What do you think of his performance?
Johnny, again, done very, very well. And he can be delighted with how he's played. Whenever he was called on tonight, he whether it would be a save or his handling or his distribution, he done pretty much everything right. So very, very pleased with him.
And then one thing that we'll have to mention is the goal, or should I say not a goal, from Reece Brown. Could have changed the game. 1-0 up, hits an effort, and it looks, from what we've seen, like it does cross the line. But obviously the boys powered through. They conceded that equaliser and then went through it and fought on to get the win.
Yeah, I mean, it was clearly over the line. We've looked at it back after the game and, how it's not been given. Who knows? But we felt if we got that second goal, the game would end up a little bit more comfortable. As it happens, credit to Newcastle, they grew into the game second half and got their equaliser deservedly at the time. But thankfully, we just had enough to get the 3 points.
And you touched on it earlier that tonight provided a good opportunity to rest a lot of the players for play most weeks for the team, but now obviously the focus will turn to Saturday and bringing Carlisle here and back in the league, looking to get another 3 points, keep climbing the table and keep pushing towards those playoff positions that we keep getting so close to.
Well, that's the aim. I mean, it's back to the bread and butter, if you like, of league football. Thankfully, we're at home, which is obviously, has been good for us over the season so far. So, we'll be back to it tomorrow. We'll see how everyone is in the morning and we'll start preparing for Carlisle on Saturday.
Thank you very much, Dave.